According to kidshealth.org, vaping poses a risk on brain development, exposes users to toxins and poisons, has unknown long-term effects, and a long list of more negative effects. If you're a vape user yourself, please put down your vape for these next 5 minutes as I explain why you're not going to want to pick it back up. Today I'll be explaining how vapes and electronic cigarettes are being misused, the effects of nicotine on young adults and students, as well as how I'll be persuading you to take the first step in the quitting process. Vapes and electronic cigarettes have been around since 2003 when they were originally introduced. They did not first gain popularity until about 2010 to 2011 when mods were introduced, and then that reigned for a couple years into the Juul era, which was introduced in 2014 and 2015, which really introduced vapes into the public schooling system. Now in 2021, we have the most global electronic cigarette users, with an alarming number of those being underage. According to the CDC, an estimated 4.7% of middle schoolers and 19.6% of high schoolers reported current vape use. This study was conducted at the end of the 2020 school year and is the most recent data for a full school year. Why is the rise of the vaping industry and underage use of electronic cigarettes an issue? Let me tell you. SurgeonGeneral.gov explains how aerosol in electronic cigarettes is harmful and can contain ultrafine particles that are being inhaled deep into your lungs. There's flavorings such as diacetyl, benzene, there's metals such as tin, nickel, and lead that all play different roles in harming your respiratory system and your lungs. The majority of underage vaping that does take place in the schooling system and in general is using nicotine vapes. As we all know, nicotine is an extremely addictive substance that can cause lifetime addictions, as we've seen with tobacco and cigarette users. What we don't know is the long-term effects of vapes, which if you combine not knowing the long-term effects of vapes with nicotine, which is not going to ever slow down its addiction, we now have a strong risk of having worse problems than we are really prepared for or even know about. Now looking at the problem, we can see the obvious solution here is for every vapor just to quit. But as someone who is now vape-free after a 2-year habit, I know it is just not simply that easy. The best way to stop vaping for good is to be prepared, have a plan, and really understand your situation. Of course, quitting vaping and nicotine in general is going to be a hard process, but with the help of pre-planning and mobile support, I know you guys can do it as well. With companies like No Vape, Quit Assist, and Truth, there are numerous tech support programs for young adults of any age to get constant help and support through their phone. Not only does Truth or TruthInitiative.org have tech support for those who are trying to quit. Once you have quit, you can sign up for their X program, which you can see a group of stats to the right of me right here. In the X program, also by TruthInitiative.org, we can see 910,000 participants are enrolled. 34% of this 910 have quit at the 9-month rate. 96% found X helpful, and 93% of people in the X program would recommend it. Moving back over, the X program combines ex-smokers who have gone through the process of quitting with vapors who are still trying to quit and giving them one-on-one support for nicotine quitting. The X program is extremely important and is something that I recommend to any vapors who are trying to quit in this class as well. Now that I've laid out all the facts about vaping, how quitting can be so beneficial and potentially easy or easier now in 2021, and how nicotine is affecting you personally, I want you to take this newfound knowledge and use it to the best of your abilities and take that vape I told you put out in front of you and put it out of your sight. I don't necessarily need you to throw it away, I just need it out of your sight, because for the next 24 hours I want you to reflect on what I said, maybe watch it again and take this knowledge and try to plan your quitting process. Underage vaping and electronic cigarette use is going to be a growing problem that's not going to slow down until each of us take initiative. I want you to take these next 24 hours to reflect on your past vaping usage, how it affects your life, and if you really need it in your life, and then take a second to start your quitting process. Maybe start trading in things for your cravings in the next 24 hours, or start a text program. Just do something to get going. I wish the best of luck to everyone who still has to use their vapes today, and I hope everyone can quit. Thank you.